Welcome back. My name is Dr. Carl Baird, and today I'll be taking you through a 10-minute full body hip mobility routine for lower back pain. So the three areas that we're going to be focusing on are your mid-back, your hips, and your ankles. These are the three areas where if there is stiffness or a lack of movement, directly or indirectly cause more impact to go through your spine and your lower back, which over time is going to contribute or lead to lower back pain. So it's really important that we address these areas. So to get started, all we're going to need is a foam roller and an option for a medium weight. You don't need the weight, but if you want to challenge yourself, you can, and just follow along. So to get started, we're going to start with an exercise called foam roll extensions. This one's going to be for our mid-back. We're going to place the foam roller basically right perpendicular to our spine and right at the base of our shoulder blades. You're going to have your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. You're going to put your hands on the back of your head just to prevent your neck from extending like that. And then you're going to drop your upper body down. It should feel pretty good. Again, this is just extending that mid-spine. You hold it for a second, come back up. Now you're going to press through your feet and bring your hips down towards your feet. That's going to roll that foam roller up your mid-back, and you're going to repeat. So we're just going to kind of work our way up and down this mid-back. Good. Roll down to the next level. Extend back. Hold for a second at the bottom. And come back up. We'll do one more. Usually the top of the shoulder blade is about as high as you need to go. You don't need to get too close into the neck. Good. And then we're going to start back at the beginning. So roll it back down to the bottom of the shoulder blade and repeat. And again, just getting that extension in that mid-back. Again, a lot of us spend so much of our day rounded forward. This one usually feels good to just open up that spine and get some of that extension back. Hands are on the head. Don't let your neck overextend like that. Good. We're going to do one more. And then we'll move on to the next exercise. Good. Next exercise we're going to do on our hands and knees. These are called foam roll, thread the needle. So we're going to put the foam roller on the outside of our mat. If it's on your right side, you're going to take your left hand under your right, and what you're going to do is drop that left shoulder. It's okay to bend the elbow and bring the ear closer to the mat. Same thing, we're going to hold for a second and come on back. So this is again getting a rotation, mobilization in that mid-back, which is also important. With each time you're trying to reach it a little bit further, you really want to try to get it to the end range to really improve that mobility. Just holding it for a second, really reaching for that second, trying to go as far as you can, a little bit further each time as it starts to loosen up. Good. We'll do one more. Nice work. All right. And then we're going to set foam roller on the other side. I'll move this kettlebell out of the way. Good. And now same thing. So if the foam roller's on the left, I'm taking my right hand under my left and dropping down. Holding just for a second at the bottom and coming back up. Holding for a second. Coming back up. Should feel the stretch again in the mid-back, but the back of the shoulder as well. You might feel some tension, tightness on this one. Nice work. Again, same thing. Really trying to reach a little bit further each time. Try to get to end range. Really stretch those joints. That's going to be how you improve your mobility over time. And good. All right, we're going to move on to our hips. So for our first hip mobility exercise, we're going to start in a lunge position here. And so this is going to be stretching the front side of our back leg. And what we're going to do is just kind of start leaning over this front leg. And you should feel a slight pull in this back leg here. And then we're going to move back. So we're not going to do a static stretch quite yet. We're just going to slowly ease ourselves into the position. Each time we rock forward, trying to go a little bit further. And then for our last one, we're going to hold for 30 seconds. So this is where we'll do our hold right here. And again, we're trying to feel a stretch on the front side of this back leg. From here, if you want to make it a little harder, you can reach up, you can reach to the side, just whatever feels good. But again, you really want to be sure that you're feeling that stretch in the front side of this leg. And we're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to switch. So we're going to stretch out the opposite leg. So now we got our right foot forward, left leg back. And we're going to do the same thing. Start by easing into that position. Coming forward, feel that stretch on the front side of your back leg. And come on back. And ease into it again. Trying to go a little bit further this time. Good. And then on this one, we're going to go as far as we can. And then we're going to hold for that 30 seconds. So we're stretching the front side of this left leg. This is what's called a hip flexor stretch, which is probably a term that you've heard. That hip flexor or that psoas muscle does attach directly onto that lower spine, and if it does get tight, it can pull on that lower spine directly, contributing to some lower back pain. So that's why we really like this exercise. Nice work. We got 3 more seconds. 2, 1. Nice work. All right. Next, we're going to do our side hip mobilization exercise. So for this one, we're going to be on our hands and knees again, but we're going to take one foot and put it directly out to the side of us. So some things to keep in mind. We want this foot flat on the ground, so we don't want it rolled out like that. And again, we can bring this knee out a little bit more if you have a little bit more flexibility. I'm on the stiffer side here. So to perform this movement, all we're going to do is drop our hips towards that back heel, and you should start to feel, as you get into that position, a stretch kind of in the groin muscle here, which attaches into that hip, maybe a little bit in the hamstrings. And same thing, we're going to come back out. So we're not going to hold in that position initially. We're going to slowly work our way into that position. Good. We got one more from here. Now we're going to hold for that 30 seconds. Again, where we want to feel this one is all along the inside here. So if you're not quite feeling that, really try to sink your hips even lower, or you can bring this knee further out, just to get that, make sure you feel that stretch. Good. 3, 2, 1. And we'll come back out of it and we'll switch sides. So we're going to bring our right knee down, put our left foot out. Same thing, make sure your foot is flat on the floor there. And then we're going to slowly ease into that position. So bringing your hips back. Ooh, I'm a little tighter on this left side than I am that right side. You'll probably notice that when you work through this, and that's normal, but something that we do want to improve upon. We want more balance, not only more mobility, but more balance side to side. So again, we're dropping those hips towards the heel, feeling the stretch really on the inside of the leg there. Holding it for a second, coming back up on this last one. Now we're going to hold for 30 seconds. Whew. Again, if you're not feeling it, try bringing this knee out a little bit further or sinking your hips back further towards your heel if you're not all the way there yet. Nice work. We got 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, come back out, bring that foot in. And next, what we're gonna do is our ankle mobility. So for this one, we're gonna bring back our foam roller just to have something to put our ankles on. So from there, we're gonna do an exercise called ankle CARS. CARS stands for controlled articular rotations. And basically, it's just taking our ankle through this full range of motion in a very slow and controlled manner. So you can start by bringing your toes up, and then you're gonna start to bring it in. Main thing with this one, you want to go very slow and controlled. Try to get to the end of each movement. So I'm not just kind of doing ankle circles like this. I'm really trying to get that full range of motion. Again, starting to come back up. Once you get to the top, we'll do it the other way. So now if you started going left, we're gonna start to the right, bring it out, and start to bring it down. So one thing you may notice with this is that your foot, as you try to get to these kind of end ranges, like starts to jump. It's just kind of a motor control issue. And so what we really wanna do is really work on that. We wanna improve our motor control as well. So we really try to smooth out these movements. Don't let them become too jerky, if that makes sense. All right, we're coming in, back to the top. Good. All right, and then you might just do a couple just full ankle rolls just because it feels good. All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. So now our other foot's up, but we're gonna do that same thing where you're gonna start bringing that ankle inward and bringing it down. Same thing, you can pay attention if there's kind of imbalances side to side. This side, I've actually ruptured my Achilles tendon on this foot, so it definitely feels a little bit different. Just something we want to improve. But again, it's good to know more. The more you know about your body, the better you can take care of it. So pay attention. Don't just go through the motions with these. Really pay attention. Good. Once you've done one, then we'll go the other way. Make sure you do both directions. So now we're going to go to the left, bringing it out, bringing it in, and bringing it straight down as you start to curl back in. All right, do a couple just kind of ankle circles to loosen it up a bit more. And then we're gonna move on to the last exercise, which is gonna be our squat hold. So this is where the weight comes into play. If you have a weight and you wanna use it, you can. If not, you don't need to. But all it's gonna be, grabbing the weight and sinking into this squat position. And you're just gonna hold it for as long as you can. So this is a great, not only mobility routine, but a great little strength, which is why I like to add it at the end. The things that you're looking for, things you can do, press your knees out. So it just depends on where you feel tightness, but you can focus on pressing your knees out. The other thing that you can do is focus on bringing your hips a little bit lower. This is gonna actually stretch the joint capsule of this hip, which a lot of times gets restricted in people. But again, have fun with it. It's really wherever you feel tightness. This can be difficult, so if you need to stand up and shake things out, that's okay too. But the longer you can hold it, the lower you can sink your hips, the more you can press your knees out, the better it's gonna feel. Nice work. We just got 5 more seconds. Move back 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. So again, the three areas, if you're having some lower back pain, to really focus your mobility efforts are your mid-back, your hips, and your ankles. These are three of my favorite exercises to improve that, to again limit the impact that goes through your lower spine so you don't have to experience as much back pain. So that's all I got for you. My name again is Dr. Carl Baird. Leave any questions, comments down below. I do read them all and I'm happy to help. Thanks so much for watching.